Welcome to the Time of Use tutorial for the Dent Instruments PowerScout HD Series submeter. The Time of Use feature is a premium feature available for the PS3 and PS12 models and requires Viewpoint HD software version 2.17. The Time of Use feature can be used to configure 3 separate tariffs to track accumulated kWh and peak kW according to a defined schedule. In this tutorial, we will walk through an example configuration in Viewpoint HD for a common scenario with a peak tariff, off-peak tariff, and a third tariff labeled Other. To configure the Time of Use feature on your submeter, first launch the Viewpoint HD software and navigate to the Time of Use setup menu item. By default, the existing configuration on the submeter is loaded into the Time of Use setup screen. Additionally, you can load a previously saved Time of Use configuration file from your computer and send it to your submeter. When any configuration changes are made, you will need to send the changes to your submeter by clicking the Send TOU-config to meter button. The first step to configure the Time of Use feature is to set the time and time zone for your submeter. Click the Sync to Now button to set your submeter's real-time clock and select the appropriate time zone according to where the submeter will be installed. Additionally, set the Adjust for DST and/or Permanent DST settings as appropriate for your location. Step 2. If desired, set a custom name for each tariff according to your specific requirements. For our example, we will use Peak, Off-Peak, and Other. Step 3. Define schedules. You can define up to 6 unique daily schedules. Each schedule can be activated for any days of the week. Tariff allocation is defined by activating up to 6 time controls throughout the schedule and identifying which tariff should be accumulating beginning at the identified time. Energy will continue to accumulate for the identified tariff until a new tariff is defined according to the schedule. Each schedule has a predefined time control beginning at midnight. For any active schedules, a tariff must be identified for the initial time control. Continue to configure each schedule as appropriate for your requirements. For Schedule 1, we will define the peak and off-peak tariff schedules for each weekday. For Schedule 2, we will define off-peak tariff schedule for Saturday and Sunday. And for Schedule 3, we will define the Other tariff for all days of the week. We will use this schedule for any exceptions to the standard peak or off-peak configuration. Step 4. Define your seasons. To activate the schedules defined in Step 3, you must define at least one season. Up to 4 unique seasons can be defined. Seasons cannot overlap and must be defined in chronological order. For each season, select a start month, start day, end month, and end day. Then select the primary and secondary schedules to be used for the season. Only those selected schedules as defined in Step 3 will be active during the date range identified. Additional seasons can be defined as necessary for your application. Step 5. Define holidays. There are 12 built-in holiday exceptions that can be activated and have a defined schedule that will override the selected schedule in the season definition. To activate, click the On button and select the schedule that should be used during that day. Once all configurations are set, click the Send TOU-config to meter button to send the configuration to the submeter and activate your changes. Additionally, you may wish to save the configuration to a file to be used to set the Time of Use configuration on other meters. Your Time of Use configuration is now complete. Now, let's look at how to view the Time of Use data on the PowerScout 3 HD submeter. Find the thumb wheel on the side of the submeter and scroll up or down until you see the Time of Use menu option. Press the wheel to select it. From here, you will see the first tariff, your custom-defined name, and the accumulated kWh value. Continue scrolling to see the peak kW value. You can push the thumb wheel in to see what time the peak value occurred. Continue scrolling to see the kWh and peak kW values for each tariff. You can also see when the kWh and peak kW values were last reset. Push the thumb wheel to optionally reset the kWh or peak kW values. To go back to the main menu, press the thumb wheel on the main menu item to return. Please note, the functionality is slightly different on the PS12 submeter. This concludes the time of use tutorial for the Dent Instruments PowerScout HD series submeters. For more information or any questions, please visit dentinstruments.com for contact information.